You know that person who just seems completely unfazed by chaos? Ever wonder what's really going on inside their head? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on what we're calling the 3 minds of calm. And trust me, you might be surprised by what we find.
Come on, you know exactly who I'm talking about. We all have one. That friend, that family member, that coworker. When everything is hitting the fan and everyone else is freaking out, they're just cool. So are they some kind of Zen master, or is there something else going on entirely? Well, here's the secret. It turns out not all calm is created equal. That serene, peaceful exterior can actually be hiding one of 3 very different internal states. So let's break them down. Welcome to the Calmness Conundrum. We're about to explore the 3 hidden minds that could be lurking behind that perfectly tranquil face.
Yeah, what we see on the surface as simple tranquility is often a total whirlwind on the inside. That person who looks like they have it all together, they might just be running a full-blown crisis meeting in their own mind.
All right, let's kick things off with our first type, a personality I am almost certain you've come across, the faker.
The faker is, well, a master of disguise. On the outside, they project this aura of absolute control, like nothing can touch them. But underneath that surface, it is a totally different story. Their face might be a mask of serenity, but their mind is a raging storm. And let me tell you, keeping up that performance is incredibly draining and a fast track to burnout.
Just imagine you're in a high-stakes job interview. The faker says all the right things, sounds perfectly confident, but their internal monologue is just a scream of pure panic. This is something called surface acting. It's this exhausting practice of faking emotions you just don't feel. It might work as a short-term survival tactic, but man, it comes at a high price. And this just nails it, doesn't it? It's the perfect metaphor. On top of the water, it's all grace and elegance. But underneath, where no one can see, those little feet are just paddling for dear life, trying to stay afloat.
Okay, now let's shift gears to a totally different kind of calm, one that's born from real hardship. Let's meet the survivor.
Wow, that quote just cuts right to the heart of it. For the survivor, their calmness isn't some state of Zen they found on a yoga retreat. No, it's heavy armor, and it was forged in the fire of past struggles.
For the survivor, being calm is basically a shield. Their nervous system has been rewired by past trauma to handle shocks that would absolutely shatter most people. It's a defense mechanism, plain and simple. And while their resilience is immense, the trade-off can be this emotional distance from the rest of the world.
So when a new disaster strikes and everyone else is losing their minds, the survivor, they just take a slow breath and think, yeah, I've seen worse. Their strength is absolutely real, but it was purchased with a whole lot of suffering. It was paid for with battles they never asked for, and it left scars that most people will never, ever see.
And that brings us to our final type, the quiet mastermind of the group, the strategist.
So, what's the strategist's secret weapon? It's all about preparation. See, they've already played out every possible crisis in their mind 10 times over. So when the real thing actually hits, it's like they're just following a script they wrote themselves. They're not suppressing their fear, they basically outsourced it to the past.
Their mind is like a supercomputer, constantly running simulations. They stress test every possibility. They create backup plans for their backup plans. And they emotionally process the worst-case scenario before it even gets close to happening. They've done all the worrying ahead of time. The upside is incredible competence, but the downside? They can get stuck overthinking and living in a constant state of low-grade preparation for disaster. Picture this. A big team project is going up in flames. Everyone else is panicking. The strategist, they just calmly open a folder and unveil Plan B. To them, the chaos isn't scary. It's just boring. It's just data. They're not reacting. They're executing. A solution they probably came up with weeks ago. So let's do a quick recap. You've got the faker, who's masking the internal chaos. You have the survivor, who is armored by past pain. And then you have the strategist, who is always 5 steps ahead of the problem. 3 totally different paths to the exact same calm exterior.
So this all leads us to the biggest question of all, right? After looking at these 3 very different people, what does it really mean to be calm?
I want you to take a second and really think about it. When you find yourself being the calm one in the room, which one of these internal worlds are you living in? Are you paddling furiously under the water? Are you wearing that heavy armor? Or are you just executing a plan you made last week?
And here's the ultimate takeaway, the crucial point.
True calmness isn't about avoiding the storm or pretending it's not there. It's about learning how to sail your ship in rough seas. Whether you're a faker, a survivor, or a strategist, you've developed a way to cope. And that, in itself, is a kind of strength. None of these is necessarily better than the others, but they each have a cost. So the real question isn't just which one you are, it's which mind of calm truly serves you best.